Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to map out the path to homeownership, but we're going to focus on a really powerful option that gets overlooked way too often, the modern manufactured home. And believe me, if you're picturing some old, beat-up trailer from a movie, you're about to have your mind blown by how much things have changed. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's just clear the air right now. All those old stereotypes, they're just that, old. Today's manufactured homes are a whole different ballgame. We're talking advanced technology, high-quality materials. They've become a genuinely attractive, high-quality housing option.
So, we've broken this whole journey down into 4 simple parts to get you from being a curious renter to a confident home buyer. We're going to start by totally rethinking what these homes are today. Then, we'll get your financial game plan sorted. After that, we'll hit the market and figure out how to find and secure your home. And finally, we'll cover the really important stuff, how to protect your brand new investment.
All right, let's dive into part 1, rethinking manufactured homes. This is all about getting past that old stigma. See, a manufactured home today isn't just some alternative. It's a high-quality, super efficient, and totally modern solution to that age-old challenge of finding a great, affordable place to call your own. So, what's the biggest advantage? Well, it really comes down to this number right here. Because these homes are built so efficiently inside a factory, you can save anywhere from 15 to 25% per square foot compared to a traditional house built on site. And when you're talking about an entire home, that is a massive amount of savings. You know, the term manufactured home actually covers a few different types. You've got modular homes, which are built in these big sections and can even be stacked to make multi-story houses. Then there are panel homes, which show up as pre-built walls that get put together on your land. Pre-cut homes are basically giant kits. Think log cabins. And then, of course, there's the one we're most familiar with, the mobile home, which arrives almost completely finished. The big takeaway here is simple. You've got a lot of options.
Okay, on to section 2, your financial game plan. This is so important. Before you even think about falling in love with a floor plan, you absolutely have to build a solid financial foundation. This is the step that, honestly, makes everything else even possible.
So why is owning a home such a huge deal for your finances? Well, it all comes down to this one powerful word, leverage. Think about it like this. Your down payment, it doesn't just buy a little piece of the house, it gives you control over the entire asset. So if the home's value goes up, you get the profit on the total value, not just on the little bit you put down. That right there is one of the fundamental ways people build wealth.
All right, listen up, because this is probably the single most important rule in all of home buying. Get your financing figured out before you start looking at houses. Seriously, walking into a sales office with a pre-approval letter from your lender just changes the entire conversation. Suddenly, you have all the power. You know exactly what you can afford, and nobody can try to push you into a deal that isn't right for you.
So, how much house can you actually afford? Well, lenders use this pretty simple ratio to figure that out. The 34 means your total monthly house payment, that's principal, interest, taxes, the whole shebang, shouldn't be more than 34% of your gross income. And the 42, that means your total debt, so your house plus car payments, credit cards, everything, it shouldn't be more than 42% of your income. Knowing these numbers is key to setting a realistic budget. All right, so you've got your finances locked in. Now we get to the really fun part, shopping for your home and making that winning offer. This is where a little bit of smart strategy can save you a ton of money.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or, hopefully a much more affordable question. The textbook answer is that a house is worth whatever a buyer is willing to pay for it. But our job as smart buyers is to dig deeper and figure out a price that's not just fair, but a great deal for you.
So how do you actually come up with that perfect offer price? You gotta put on your detective hat. First, you research the comps. What if similar homes in that exact area sold for recently? Second, check the average days on market. Now, if the home you love has been sitting around for longer than average, guess what? You've got leverage. And finally, you can gently try to find out why the seller is moving. If they're on a tight deadline, that's a huge piece of intel for your negotiation. And please remember this, the sticker price is never the final price. You have to factor in all the other setup costs, especially if you're putting a new home on a piece of land. We're talking about building permits, getting the utilities hooked up, pouring a foundation, maybe even a septic system. All these things can add up incredibly fast, so they have to be in your budget from day one.
And don't forget the classic real estate mantra, location, location, location. The story of Dan and Ashley here is a real cautionary tale. They bought a great house in a new neighborhood, but over time, as the Homeowners Association got lazy about enforcing the rules, their property value took a hit.
A strong, well-run community is every bit as important as the four walls you're buying.
Your offer's been accepted. Congratulations, you're on the home stretch. But don't start celebrating just yet. Now we're entering the final and most crucial phase, protecting your purchase and making absolutely sure there are no nasty surprises waiting for you.
If you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, please make it this. Do not skip the professional home inspection. The story here is just terrifying. A guy, who was a handyman himself, decided he didn't need one. The sale closed, he moved in, and discovered the plumbing in his master bathroom was not even connected. An inspector would have found that in 5 minutes. It is non-negotiable.
Now, it's really easy to get an appraisal and an inspection mixed up, but they do totally different jobs. The appraisal is for the bank. Its only purpose is to make sure the house is worth the money they're about to lend you. The inspection, though, that is 100% for you. It's a deep dive into the home's guts, the structure, the electrical, the plumbing, to find any hidden problems before you sign on that dotted line.
So what on earth is title insurance? Think of it as your protection against the past. It's an insurance policy that makes sure that years from now, some long-lost relative of a previous owner can't show up and claim they actually own your property because of an old lien or a forged signature from 1972. It guarantees that your ownership is totally free and clear. And here's one last brilliant pro tip for you. As you're moving in, just take out your phone and walk through the house, making a quick video of all your stuff. Your furniture, your TV, your clothes. The story about Rocky and Lisa is a perfect example. They did this right before a fire destroyed their new home. That little video was the proof they needed to make their insurance claim go smoothly and save them from a total financial disaster.
And there you have it. That's the roadmap. We've gone from rethinking what's possible all the way to protecting your new home. You've got the checklist, you've got the strategies, you know what to watch out for. You've gone from being an anxious renter to an empowered buyer. So the only question left is the one on the screen. Now that you have the map, where will your journey begin?